to all my college football friends out there. Welcome to another segment of the Buckeye Vinny YouTube channel sports show, my friends. If you are new, checking me out for the first time today, I thank you. Please click on the subscribe button. Hope you like this video, so please click on the like button. For those who have already subscribed and religiously watch me and comment and like my videos, I thank you so very much from the bottom of my heart, and I truly mean that. My friends, let's get right into this video. Today's video is going to be about the Georgia Bulldogs. Imagine that. And should the Georgia Bulldogs start off the season ranked number 1 in the 2024 college football up-and-coming season? Now, some might argue, okay, there's many very tough competitive teams right behind Georgia. If you think Georgia should be ranked number 1, let's not forget about my boys, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Loaded their team this past season. Ryan Day went out and got offensive coordinator Chip Kelly, a mastermind of an offense, and many, many talented transfer portal young players that came over to Ohio State in this up-and-coming 2024 college football season, and many players that came back. We shall see. Let's not forget the Texas Longhorns. Quinn Ewers coming back as their top quarterback. My friends, you always have to mention the Oregon Ducks. Coach Dan Lanning. What a tremendous job he has done. So my friends, for me, you could flip a coin about who should start off number 1. But I will say this. The argument could be that Georgia did not make it and failed to make it to the 2023 college football playoffs last season with a 13-1 mark. Still failed as the top 4 teams to qualify for the college football playoffs. We all know last season it was Alabama, Michigan, Texas, and the Washington Huskies. Michigan defeated Alabama 27-20, and Washington defeated Texas 37-31 for a national championship showdown. We all know what happened there. I will give Michigan respect. The Michigan Wolverines rolled the Washington Huskies in that game 34-13 to go on to win the National College Football Championship in 2023. Some might say, well, being that Georgia did not qualify, why should they start off at number 1? Well, let's say this. I will give you my prediction at the end of this video whether I believe Georgia should be 1 or not. But right now, let's look at this. Georgia last year won 13 games, only dropped 1. The one game they dropped was the SEC championship matchup against the Alabama Crimson Tide, losing that game 27-24. My friends, you have to look at this. The last time the Georgia Bulldogs lost a regular season game now, regular season, you have to go all the way back to 2020. Amazing. No other college football team can come close to even saying that. In the last 3 seasons, dating back to 2021 to 2023, Georgia 42-2. Amazing. Stop and look at this. Their only 2 losses were against the Alabama Crimson Tide, both in the SEC Conference Championship. Very interesting. When you mention the Georgia Bulldogs, you have to mention their tremendous football coach, Coach Kirby Smart. This guy got it going on. He really does. Only took him his second year as the head coach for Georgia to get them into a national championship game. Now, yes, they lost that game to Bama in overtime, 26-23, but nonetheless, he got them there. And we all know what happened in 2021 and 2022. Back-to-back college football national championships. So, my friends, once again, you might argue for or against. But, you know, I laid out some pretty great stats there. If you're a Georgia Bulldogs fan, your argument should be, yes, we should be ranked number one in 2024 to start the season. We're talking about a Georgia team, once again, that only lost one game last year. Talking about a Georgia team that pummeled the Florida State Seminoles 63-3 in the Orange Bowl. And at the time, if I'm not mistaken, the Seminoles were undefeated. We all know what happened there. And when you look at the other teams like I mentioned, last season the Buckeyes lost 2 games, once to their arch rival Michigan Wolverines, and they lost in the Cotton Bowl against the SEC foe Missouri Tigers 14-3. Let's not forget Texas. They finished 12-2 last season. And let's not forget the Oregon Ducks. They finished 12-2. So, my friends, when you break it down, you got Alabama. They finished 12-2. So, like I mentioned again, you have the Georgia Bulldogs last year, a tremendous run throughout the regular season. And their only lone loss was the SEC championship game. Only losing that game to Alabama by 3 points. That game could have went either way. But once again, Georgia failed to qualify. Going 13-1 and still did not make it. Wow. So, my friends, I look at it this way. You have a very, very talented football team. A very, very well-coached football team. One of the best coaches in college football, Kirby Smart, without a doubt. You have Carson Beck, QB1, who did a tremendous job last year. He was 41 yards away from passing for 4,000 yards. This young man completed 74% of his passes last season. Put up some great numbers. He really did. 24 touchdown passes. And he will be coming back. And when you get a load of their mighty rushing attack, you talk about a deep depth chart in running backs. Let's not forget Trevor Etienne that transferred over from Florida to Georgia. Both of the Robinsons, tremendous running backs. My friends, if you're Georgia right now, the sky's the limit. And let's not forget about that very good physical defense. Okay, they put up good numbers last year. I believe they gave up 15.6 points per game. They were in the top 10 in total defense in the country last season. I don't think they got enough credit, to be honest with you. This is a very good defensive team. So, once again, my friends, if you're asking me, should Georgia start out the year in 2024 ranked number one in college football? I'm going to have to say yes. Okay? Like I mentioned, everybody knows I'm a straight shooter, even with my own Buckeyes. Now, I will say this. Watch out for my Buckeyes, okay? Because I'm going to tell you this. Georgia starts off at number one. The Buckeyes are going to be chasing their heels and right on their heels at number 2. You heard it right here. So, yes, I believe Georgia should start out the year number 1. For a big reason is many of their defensive players are coming back. Okay? Their running back attack very deep on the depth chart with running backs. and Carson Beck will be back. Now, wide receiver-wise, they got nothing to worry about. Many, many talented wide receivers still on that team. Now, yes, I know Ladd McConkey is gone. Brock Bowers gone. Yes, they're going to be well missed. But you got to remember, my friends, when you speak of Georgia Bulldogs football program, okay, this team reloads every year. They don't rebuild, they reload. Okay, and they're very similar to the Ohio State Buckeyes. They do the same thing. Very similar to the Alabama Crimson Tide. They do the same thing. So once again, my friends, just to say this, yes, Georgia should start out the year ranked number 1 for the reasons I just gave you. Okay, last season finishing 13-1, dismantling the Seminoles in the Orange Bowl 63-3. You know, like I mentioned, Texas lost their bowl game last year. The Buckeyes lost their bowl game last year. So, you know, for me, those are big points to bring up. You know, maybe if the Buckeyes would have won their bowl game against the Missouri Tigers, maybe I would be talking a little different. But no, you know, last year the Buckeyes finished 11-2. Georgia finished 13-1. I got no problem letting Georgia start off the year ranked number 1. We shall see. My friends, if you like this video, like always, please click on the like button. If you are new to my channel, like I mentioned, hope you enjoyed this video. Please click on that subscribe button. And like always, please comment down below. I would really like your feedback, not just on this video, but what your opinion is about should the Georgia Bulldogs start out the 2024 college football season ranked number 1. Like always, my friends, peace out. God bless. Stay safe. Buckeye Vinny is out of here.